In today's video, I'll be installing Lakka, which is a version of RetroArch for single board or ARM-based computers on a Raspberry Pi 5 single board computer. So before you start, you will need a couple of things like an image operating system image writing software like Balena Etcher. You could use others if you want. It's up to you. But I prefer this. You must also have a BIOS pack, and you could get Lakka here. Get GNU Linux. Raspberry Pi 5. Select that. I think it's that one. Let's download that. It'll take a little bit of time. It's not very fast. So we'll just wait until it gets done. Now I turned it on. Let it reboot. Okay, now it's working. For some reason my controller is not working. Try plugging it back in. Now it's working. I just reconnected it, and let me try something here. Input. Okay, let's see. Let's load a core. We could load various cores in here. I think I want to get. Let's see what kind of cores we have in here first. PlayStation 2. We got Nintendo and everything else. Okay, good. We could set the controls. I'll just do this just to make sure all the controls are correct. Find the controls, right? So I'm pressing B, and then I'm pressing the button it's asking for. Analog stick left, up. Analog stick left, down. Analog stick left, left. Analog stick left, right. And you get the lingo. Okay, that's it. So everything's set up. Good. Good. Hotkey, we want to select something. The F1 is to toggle the menu. Okay. Toggle menu. I like to select start and select. You could select whatever you want. For me, I like start and select. So that's what I prefer. It's good. That's good. Now I want to go back to my computer and put in the necessary files to get this running. Okay? Okay, so now I'm back on my computer. So in order for me to access Lakka, I need to go to Windows Explorer like this. //LAKKA. Like that. I username is root ROOT, and the password is also ROOT root. Remember credentials? That's it. So systems is where you put all the BIOS files. It's kind of like RetroArch in many ways. Let's go here. Let me get the BIOS files and put it in there. Okay. Just going to put all the files in this BIOS pack right into the systems folder. Just right there. It'll take a few minutes. It's a lot of files. I'm not going to go very deeply into Lakka. I did make videos on RetroArch, which is very similar to Lakka, and how to use different cores. I'm just going to just basically run some emulators like the Nintendo Entertainment System and stuff like that, and conclude this video. Put the games in the ROMs folder. I also have PlayStation 2 BIOSes. I think I'm going to put that into the BIOS folder as well. So the systems folder. Here, I'm just going to put all that in there. Whoops, systems, okay. I'll show you where to get this as well. I'll leave everything in the video descriptions below so you can get everything you need to get this thing running, right? I'm going to go to ROMs. I'm just going to make some folders. This is not like a RetroPie or anything where they have specific folders. You could just make whatever folders you want. So I'm just going to call NES. That. Just get everything here. I don't want to get everything. I just want to get a couple of games and try it out. Just the games I like. This. We'll get some other emulators. Emulator ROMs, I'm sorry. I think it's called Genesis, Sega Genesis. Or Genesis. I just get Sonic in there or something. Okay. And Shinobi, another one of my favorite games back in the day. Also get Game Boy, Nintendo Game Boy. Call it GB. You could call it whatever you like, it doesn't matter. That's enough. I got all the BIOS files in there. The systems folder, I got the ROMs files that I wanted, and I'll see you at on Lakka. I'm back on Lakka. Before I do anything, let me plug in the controls again. Okay. I want to reboot so I could get all the settings implemented that I made. Let's see what I can do here. I want to do a manual scan. Whoops, I think you have to press B to do this. Okay, B. Call it NES. There. Default core would be a Nintendo core. I like this one for Nintendo. Content directory, NES. This directory, let's try it again. Okay, good. We have NES now. Want to do another manual scan. We want to do Game Boys. This Game Boy. I like this one, so select that. Try this. See if it works. No sound. Oh. It's just that game that didn't work for the sound. Let's see. Sound didn't work for that either. So these are problems I gotta resolve. Let's see. Try different audio. Okay, so now I resolved the problem with sound not working. The problem was that I needed to connect the micro HDMI port, which is right next to the USB-C power port. So that's why it didn't work. So I connected it to the second connector, which is furthest away from the USB-C port. Now it's working. and I was having some problems with the controller. The problem was that when I was using the Logitech F310 controller, every time I restarted the system or rebooted, the controller did not detect. So right now I'm using a PlayStation 3 controller, and this seems to be working just fine. So I'll show you that the sound does work now, and I'm also going to do a test on rebooting the system to see if the controller detects as well. As you can hear, the sound works now. Before it did not. Let me get out. Close that. I'll try Sonic as well. So I'm going to go to audio, go to output. Before, I didn't have anything on device, which means that's why the sound wasn't working. I also want to show you another thing. I want to change the menu. I don't like this menu, so I'm going to change it. Something else. I like ozone. That's what I like. So I'm going to change it to ozone, reboot this thing, and see if the controller works right away as well. Okay, the controller works right away. It picks it up, it just works. So you could change the menu themes as well if you want. And that pretty much concludes this video on how to get started with Lakka for the Raspberry Pi 5 single board computer. So I'm going to shut this down and we're just going to finish it. If you have any thoughts or questions, you could leave in the comment section below, and thank you for watching.